souls in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवलां या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृतां या देवी सरस्वती सर्वबुद्धिप्रदायिनाम् ऐं अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. Good morning, everyone, and good evening to the other part of the people sitting on the other side of it. स्वागत है सभी का. बसंत पंचमी की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं आप सभी को. And on this day of Goddess Saraswati, the goddess of Vidya, we all remember, like since childhood, like we used to wait for this day. Because where I come from, we used to get new clothes on that day. Then we used to go to, anyways, I studied in a missionary school, so that was not there. So I used to wait to go to my sister's school. So do the puja and then take the prasad anyways and come back. So it still reminds a lot of things. And it was quite a day of celebration. It still reminds me. And on this day, that's why we choose, like, agar ye Devi ka, this is the day of the goddess where she is the goddess of knowledge. So why not bring out the knowledge of the Dasa Mahavidyas in a very simplified way, jitna samajh aa sake, so that you also realize like what they are and their true essence of it. और साथ ही साथ आज शायद उषा जी का जन्मदिन भी है, तो बिल्कुल विश कर दें आप सब. उषा जी, हार्दिक बधाई आपके जन्मदिन पर, ढेर सारा शुभकामनाएं. सो इसी के साथ I give a minute time to people to wish her. So they have started anyways. So here, when we are going to talk about a very crucial topic, मतलब जो रहस्यों का रहस्य है, उसके बारे में क्या व्याख्या करोगे आप? But we will try to, तो कहते हैं ना शशि जी, ऐसा ह्यूमनाइज द थिंग. मतलब एक मनुष्य के बुद्धि के हिसाब से इतना समझ आए, और might be a knowledge that you can actually, when the kids ask us, we can answer them. क्योंकि पहले हम ही बच्चे हैं, और सरस्वती पूजा में the first quality that everybody should have is to become a student. So first we will learn that so that we can pass it on to the next. So here goes. So I took a very typical aspect today, like wherein पहले तो ज्ञान means we'll have the knowledge like why this, and then what kind of knowledge do they devis actually give us. तो पहले देवी का रहस्य क्या है, हमारे साथ क्यों जुड़ी हुई है, हम उनकी पूजा क्यों करते हैं, और इनको गुप्त नवरात्र क्यों कहते हैं. What is the reason behind this being called as the Gupta Navaratra? What are the Gupta Navaratras and what are the Pragat Navaratras, right? ये आप सभी को पता है कि like there are two Gupta Navaratras and two Pragat Navaratras. प्रगट नवरात्र वो होता है जो रामनवमी, श्री रामनवमी के समय पे होता है. दूसरा आपको शरद ऋतु में जो आता है, जो शारदीय, जो दशहरा कहते हो आप. सो ये दो प्रकट है और दो गुप्त हैं. ठीक है. अभी जो एक चल रहा है, एक गुप्त नवरात्र चल रहा है. लाइक यू सी व्हाई इट इज ऑल कॉल्ड एज लाइक दिस. सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी विल नो. उसके बाद लाइक हम जानेंगे कि हमारे शरीर के साथ ये देवियां कैसे जुड़ी हुई हैं. हाउ आर दे कनेक्टेड टू अस, व्हाट आर देयर वर्क, एंड देन व्हाट आर देयर टीचिंग्स एक्चुअली, व्हाट कैन दे टीच अस. ये अदिति जी ने मुझे एक प्रश्न किया था, तो मैंने कहा कि पूरा सेशन ही ले लेते उसके ऊपर. देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इट गोज लाइक वो ज्ञान के अलावा उनके लोकस मीन्स द स्पेसेस दैट द देवीज रिसाइड, and that we will do is like first we will know the essence of it, then we will sit, close our eyes and meditate on that. Okay, so that's how we can have a first hand experience. Gyan hai to drishyaman hai, means if you have the knowledge then only you can see it. Without the knowledge you can't. For example, there is saying, no, like what your mind does not knows your eyes don't see. जो आपको ज्ञात नहीं है वो आपकी आंखें देख नहीं सकती. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी आर वॉकिंग ऑन द स्ट्रीट एंड देयर इज समथिंग रिटन ऑन ए वेरी डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज दैट यू डोंट नो. आपको लैंग्वेज पता नहीं है, सो कैन यू रीड एनीथिंग आउट ऑफ दैट. So that's what is said as what the mind does not know, the eyes don't see. लेकिन जो अक्षर आपको पता है, the language that you know, वो कहीं पे भी लिखा हुआ आप देख लोगे, एक बार में पढ़ लेते हो. So that's how it is. It is first knowing the things. और क्योंकि सरस्वती पूजा का दिन है, so I think like this is one of the most amazing spaces to learn, amazing spaces to awaken those kind of knowledge within us. Okay, so if you look at the 4 Navaratras that we celebrate, you might have noticed one thing, that they always come when there is a change in nature. These 4 Navaratras, if you see the timings, it's like one thing is going and the other thing is coming. जैसे अभी, if you look at the Indian nature right now, winter is going and Vasant is coming. Like as Vasant Panchami है, आज 5वां दिन हो गया है वसंत का. So the winter is going and the Vasant is entering. Similarly, in all the aspects of it, you will find that सारे नवरात्र जो हैं वो एक तरीके से जा रहा है, दूसरे तरीके से आ रहा है. Now you should ask like, why is this so? See, this is how you prepare your body. Your body has been acquainted to live a certain way because of the weather outside. वो कहते हैं ना कि जैसे बाहर है वैसा ही अंदर है. The impact of that is always there. Look at this, like when the winter starts, your dressing changes. When summer starts, your clothing changes. So similarly, you see like it has such a great impact on us. If it was not connected with that, बहुत सरल चीज है. If our body is not connected with the world, लोग कई बार पूछते हैं ना कि how do you say that this is related to that? I said जब बाहर धूप होती है ना तो इसको गर्मी लगती है. जब बाहर सर्दी होती है ना तो इसको ठंडक लगती है. Like, does that not mean like you are connected to that? You say no, this is sensitivity. Okay, though that sensitivity आया कहाँ से? I read something so beautiful yesterday. It said like you are not just seeing the star, you are the star that was created out of it. In every vein of yours, the bones and the cells that is running in you is nothing else but the same cosmos that is outside. जो बाहर है वही हमारे अंदर बह के चल रहा है. So now this is how we come to know like the secrets of तो 10 महाविद्यास, ये 10 क्यों है? 11 हो सकते थे जैसे रुद्र है, 9 क्यों नहीं है जैसे नवदुर्गा है, ये 10 महाविद्या क्यों है? सो इनको समझने के लिए ये विद्या है, मीन्स दीज आर द ग्रेट नॉलेज. माई क्वेश्चन टू ऑल ऑफ यू इज, हैव यू एक्सपीरियंस द 10 महाविद्यास? यस और नो? आंसर बड़ा दो ही है सिर्फ, देर इज नो थर्ड आंसर टू दैट. यस और नो? कुछ आंसर ही नहीं आ रहा है. सो यस और नो. Okay. Now, when we ask like whether we have a experience of the Das Mahavidyas or not, then you should know like how they are connected to the Dasa Indriyas that we have. हमारे अंदर जो 10 इंद्रियां चलती हैं, उनकी भी अधिष्ठात्री देवियां जो हैं, जो शक्तियां उसके अंदर प्रवाहित होती हैं, वो भी वही देवियां हैं. सो इट्स जस्ट लाइक जो 5 कर्म इंद्रियां हैं, 5 ज्ञान इंद्रियां हैं, राइट? So 5 karma indriyas like seeing, smell, hear, taste and touch, right? ये 5 इंद्रियां हो गए जो बाहर दिखाई देती हैं. But who is giving the power behind that? A dead body is lying down. If you open its eyes, it will not start seeing. वो देखना शुरू नहीं कर लेगा. So that means this is just a mechanism, but there is a power that is running inside, which is unknown, which is unseen, yet the greatest of the knowledge. You have not gone to any kind of universities to get a degree or a certificate to start seeing, to start smelling, to start the feel of the touch. Might be you were pushed to say da da, mama. That's what one way you started learning the language. But for all the other things, you didn't know how the digestive system is working. So यहाँ पे ये पता चलता है कि जो 10 देवियां हैं, ये हमारे 10 इंद्रियों की तरह है. साथ ही साथ हमारे पास like we all know, like in our body there are 9 dwaras, doorways. There is 9 doorways that we always speak of, we always know of, but there is one that is secret, that is a Brahmarandra, जिससे सहस्रार जब जागृत होता है, when this opens up, that becomes the 10th dwara of it. So let us start learning how and what is the quality, which Devi is connected to what kind of indriyas that we have. Then we will talk about the 10 main nadis. How are these goddesses related to the 10 main nadis as well? मैंने कहा ना पहले ज्ञान, फिर ध्यान होगा. So the basics, you understand the basics of it. Then we will jump into the, we will, वो कहते हैं ना कि like the moment you hit the highway, you change the gears. So that's how, like the preparation should be there, and after that we will push to the next levels. So first and foremost thing, before even knowing about these goddesses, it's more important to just close your eyes and even think about them once. क्योंकि ये कहते हैं ना कि ये ऐसा ज्ञान है, देवी उसके सामने ही प्रकट करती है जो उसके लिए तैयार है. The goddess just won't speak. You cannot even speak their names even without they allowing you to. You can ask me why? Because she controls everything. And if she controls everything, neither I can speak nor you can hear. So that means whatever we are going to speak and whatever you are going to hear is by the grace of the goddess and by her permission. So then only it is possible. Right? So please close your eyes for a moment. Just think of, and the first thing and the foremost thing that you can ever do is show your gratitude. That thank you for at least making me capable of hearing and being here and listening to what you have to share. So not only this, you will see like the more and more gratitude you have towards any of things, you feel that energy flowing within you more and more. Because I don't know, like there could be a much better way to say anything else, because he cannot give her anything. But yes, the only thing that I have, or rather is given by you again, but I that give that back to you in the form of a gratitude. Thank you. So now we all know, like, that's a Mahavidyas. Mahavidyas refer to sacred knowledge, not just college knowledge, not just school knowledge, but a sacred knowledge and secret knowledge. These goddesses, by the name itself, when you look at them, like, they are called as the Das Mahavidyas, that would translate into the great wisdoms of the great goddesses. And you see how beautifully, like, even all the knowledge is kept with the goddesses. Because it is said, like, if the mother takes care of the kid, she creates a next generation of knowledgeable people. So that's where even all these things have been deep rooted in our culture, right? इसीलिए कहते हैं माता प्रथम गुरु होती है. The mother is the first teacher. Then comes the father. Now, coming to the kind of knowledge and all these things, I'll just talk a little bit about it. If you want to hear with open eyes, you can hear about that. If you want to listen to it with your closed eyes, you can hear about that. It's all up to you, because this is something that should be felt rather than just heard. So now I'll just give a little bit of idea, like the kind of vidyas that the Mahavidyas are here to offer us. First is spiritual knowledge. मैं यहां से शुरू करता हूं क्योंकि we are going from up towards down. That's why I say, like, the greatest knowledge that you can ever get from the Mahavidyas is the spiritual knowledge, जिसे आप पराविद्या कहते हो, and it is known as the Paravidya. The Mahavidyas represent the highest form of spiritual wisdom, which is in our Sanskrit language is known as the Paravidya or the transcendental knowledge. ये ऐसी विज्ञान और ऐसा ज्ञान है और ऐसा शुद्ध ज्ञान है that this knowledge leads to liberation and the realization of the ultimate truth, the Brahman. Each goddess embodies a specific path or approach to understanding the divine and the self. वो भिन्न भिन्न रूप में उसी ब्रह्म के तरफ आपको बढ़ाने के लिए कार्यरत है. The second kind of knowledge that you can learn from the goddess is the tantric knowledge. The Mahavidyas are deeply associated with Tantra. As we all know, a mystical way of doing sadhana. Because this sadhana emphasizes on rituals, mantras, yantras, and higher kundalini awakening, and all those things will be coming into this. So these goddesses in the tantric form, they represent the transformative and often hidden aspects of spiritual practices. It's just like integrating both light and dark aspects of existence. ये दोनों को समानता से एकजुट करके bringing them together and creating a balance in that. Then the most thing that is most probably needed for all of us is the practical or the worldly knowledge. इसे क्या कहते हैं? अपराविद्या. While the Mahavidyas are primarily associated with spiritual wisdom, they also teach us the aparavidya or the worldly knowledge. If you do the sadhana of these devis, you can absolutely learn or have the knowledge of the material world, healing, protection, and fulfillment of desires. And then the fourth thing that we can learn from them is the mystical and the esoteric, means the hidden knowledge that is not available to this world. And all of these Mahavidyas have specific, deep-rooted knowledge that we will come to know in a short span of time. उससे पहले बात करते हैं कि कैसे ये 10 महाविद्याएं हमारे 10 इंद्रियों में जुड़ी हुई हैं। अगर आप when you do the कवच, जब आप, हो सकता है even when you do the कवच ऑफ देवी, देवी के कवच में आपने सुना होगा कि दिस पर्टिकुलर देवी इज गार्डिंग दिस पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी, दिस पर्टिकुलर देवी इज गार्डिंग दैट पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी. सो आई एम नॉट शेयरिंग इट नाउ ऑन द स्क्रीन इन एनी वे, बट यू नो दैट, लाइक कोई चक्षु को ऊपर है तो कोई कर्ण के ऊपर है, कोई नासिका के ऊपर है, कोई तो मुख के ऊपर है. सो दे आर ऑल सेफ गार्डिंग अस इन दैट जोन. सो उसी तरीके से, सो व्हेन वी वांट टू नो लाइक द ज्ञानेंद्रियस एंड द कर्मेंद्रियस जो है ना हमारे, सो पहले द 5 ज्ञानेंद्रियस एंड द 5 कर्मेंद्रियस, हमको ये सब पता है. सो आई विल जस्ट स्टार्ट लाइक व्हिच गॉडेस इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट. पहले आप देखोगे देवी काली का. देवी काली gives us the power of hearing. Shrotra means the power of listening. It's like the vibration of the goddess, which is the absolutely primordial vibration from which creation arises. And Devi Kali is the one who rules over the power to hear beyond the physical. It's not just the ears that you are hearing, it's beyond the physical listening as well, to perceive the whispers of time, destiny and cosmic truth. ये ऐसे चीजों के बारे में बताती है जो ये सिर्फ सांसारिक चीजें नहीं, उससे परे की बातें हैं. Then comes the goddess Tara. She is the goddess of Vak, means the goddess of speech. Tara, इसका जो नाम है ना, it itself is the mantra kind of thing. क्योंकि आप जब भी मंत्र करते हो तो वाक का इस्तेमाल करते हो. आप किसी से कुछ वार्तालाप करते हो, यू वांट टू स्पीक टू समवन, यू वांट टू पास ऑन समथिंग, यू यूज दिस. सो हर नेम इटसेल्फ कुड बी ए मंत्र. तारा, also known as the Taraka or the Taran Devi, the one who liberates you. The Tara is the power of speech that can create or destroy worlds. अब सोचो, ये हमारे वाणी ही है, मीन्स द वर्ड्स दैट वी स्पीक, द थिंग्स दैट वी टॉक ऑफ, दैट कैन क्रिएट और ब्रेक समथिंग. यस और नो? So that is that powerful. If you talk well to somebody, they are all big, they can become a friend. A friend or a foe can be made by the usage of the words. That's why it is said as goddess जो है उनके, and at her level, देखो ये शुद्धतम level में, mean that a smaller level, these words can make or break a relationship. But in the term of the goddess, she is the one who can create or destroy the worlds. She governs the ability to chant, to invoke and manifest through sound. आप जितने तरीके के शब्दों से किसी भी तरीके के देवी देवता को जागृत करते हो तो इसकी शक्ति आपके साथ चलती है. देवी तारा's power walks along with you, because without her power you cannot even utter a word. Then comes Devi Tripur Sundari. Tripur Sundari is the power of sight, Chakshu. She is the supreme vision that sees beyond illusion. वो ऐसी शक्ति है जो आपको माया के परे दिखाई दे सकती है. Like she helps you to go beyond Maya and see what is not true and what is true. Because we all know the world is a Maya, is an illusion. And only those who invoke her can see the truth behind this veil of Maya. ये संसार के सत्यता को जान पाएंगे. Then comes the goddess Bhuvaneshwari. She is the goddess that provides us the sensation of touch. जिसे त्वाक कहते हैं. She is the cosmic body. Every touch, every movement of air on the skin is the divine sensation of her presence. मतलब अगर ये देवी है तभी आपको ये सारे sensations, like you are able to feel because of the power of that goddess. Then comes Bhairavi. Bhairavi is the Devi of Ghrana, means the Devi of smell. Bhairavi is the fragrance of devotion. वो भक्ति की सुगंध है, जो कह सकते हो आप उसे. The sense of smell represents the scent of sacrifice, of sacred incense, of divine offerings. She is the fire that burns all impurities. Sorry, this is for goddess Bhuvaneshwari. Sorry for that. Bhuvaneshwari is the goddess of touch. Then comes Bhairavi. Bhairavi is of the smell, as I said. Then comes Chinnamasta. Chinnamasta is the power of the hands. Pani. The hands are the instruments of karma. And Chinnamasta, who beheads herself, represents the action that liberates. The power to cut away attachments and false identities, that's the work of goddess Chinnamasta. Then comes goddess Dhumavati. She actually represents the power of the feet, Pada. The feet leads us towards moksha, liberation. Dhumavati is the goddess of renunciation, walks alone, detached from the worldly things. Then comes Bagalamukhi. She is the power of what you call as payu or excretion. The power to remove and throw away all that is toxic in your life. Bagalamukhi paralyzes negativity, ensuring that only pure energy flows within us. After Bagalamukhi, it would be goddess Matangi. Matangi is the power of, you can call it as generation or to generate something, upastha. The energy to create, reproduction and divine inspiration. Matangi is the goddess that governs the creative force that gives birth to both ideas and life itself. Then the final Devi is Kamala. She is the power of grasping, hasta. She is the power to hold, to nurture, to sustain, to take care of, because Kamala represents the graceful acceptance of the divine abundance. इस तरीके से अगर आप देखोगे, all that you do, it's all the power of the goddess here that we have discussed. And if it is the power of the goddess through which I am capable of doing anything or everything, and you are capable of doing anything and everything, then the question arises, have you experienced them? Now, the moment you say, I don't know whether I have experienced it or not, because your mind does not know it. But even without your knowing, she is the one that is working behind it. That is the power that is running the entire show. And we think I saw, I heard. So then comes the knowledge about the Dasa Dwaras, the 10 doorways that you can say in the human body. So here, as I said, 9 are visible. The 10th is the Brahmarandra that opens after the moment you reach out to the Sahasrara, it opens up. So here, in this way, if you look at here, the goddess, the eyes are the portal of sight, means ये जो हैं, ये ऐसे 10 द्वार हैं जिसके कार्य के लिए देवियां हमेशा साथ चलती है. You'll find like it is like a combination of goddesses. यहाँ पे जो आंखों का मतलब जो दृश्यमान करने की शक्ति देती है वो है त्रिपुर सुंदरी और काली, द पोर्टल ऑफ साइट. It takes you from illusion towards enlightenment. Ears are Tara and Matangi, the door to the sacred sound, mantras, from distractions to the mantras. The nostrils are the Bhairavi and the Bhuvaneshwari, the breath of life and divine presence. If you realize this, it takes you from the worldly to the otherworldly. The mouth, Bagalamukhi and Matangi, the door to speech, the pathway from illusion to truth. Then comes the genitals, that is Kamala and Chinnamasta, the gateway to creation and transformation. Then comes anus, that is Dhamavati, the release of toxins, both physical and karmic. Then the Brahmarandra, all the 10 Mahavidyas together, the hidden gateway of moksha, the ground chakra. जब ये खुलता है तो 10 महाविद्याओं का ज्ञान आपके पास जब होता है तब जाके वो ब्रह्मरंध्र खुलता है. Then comes the 10 main nadis. I am rushing because I have a elongated way to do the meditation. That's the reason I'm just telling you it as not elaborating it, but just giving you it as a information. So just bear with me because I don't speak that way. क्योंकि मैं अगर कुछ चीजें बताऊंगा तो मैं उसको व्याख्या करके बताता हूं, बट समय है. Okay. So then comes the 10 nadi, means in our body there are 10 major nadis that we because they carry the prana or the life force through the body. But now let's see like how and which goddess is related to what nadi. Many of you might be hearing the name of the nadi for the first time. Now when I say like you will be hearing it for the first time, does that mean you don't have it? You already have it. The only thing is the knowledge, जो ज्ञान नहीं है. और जो स्पेशली नाड़ी विज्ञान पढ़े हैं, they will come to know that okay, so these are the things that they have already heard, read, and that's how the goddesses are also related to that. यहाँ पे the पहला नाड़ी जो आप सबको पता है, the first नाड़ी is the ईडा, that is the moon channel, that is of goddess Kali. The dark, mysterious current and filled with deep wisdom. Then comes Tara. This nadi is also known by you, Pingala, that is the Surya nadi, the fire of speech, mantra and invocation. Then comes Tripura Sundari, the Gandhari nadi, which governs and balances the harmony between this and that, the cosmic attraction and the cosmic body. इन दोनों के बीच में वो जोड़ के रखता है. Bhuvaneshwari is the Hastajiva nadi, the expansiveness of breath and space. Then comes Bhairavi. She represents the Pusha nadi, the blessing energy of tapas, spiritual intensity. आप देखोगे जब ये नाड़ी या जागृत होती है ना, तब आपके अंदर ये सारे बदलाव भी आने लगते हैं. Then comes Chinnamasta. She represents the Yashashwini nadi, the current of sudden awakening and realization. When I say sudden awakening and realization, if you see the image of goddess Chinnamasta, she has shivered her head. It's like giving one stroke at a time and everything changes. So that's the kind of, there is a nadi that is, if you activate that, you just connect to so many things at one go itself. जिसे कहते हैं यशस्विनी. Then there is goddess Dhumavati. Dhumavati is the Alambusha nadi, the path of renunciation and detachment. Then after Dhumavati is Baglamukhi, Kuhu Nadi, the power to freeze and silence the mind. Now, many of us, the moment they hear that, they say, okay, where is this Nadi now? Can you tell me? So that I can freeze my thoughts and sit quietly. Because I don't get drained out because of my physical activity, but I drain out because of my mental activity. ये कुहू नाड़ी कहाँ पे? Don't worry. You don't have to find and make it active. Through the processes that you do, through the sadhanas that you continue to do, all these nadis get activated on their own. And more than that, until they get activated, you cannot do all these things. So what is the way you want to know it? Either you do it and get it, or because it has started, that's why you are able to do it. Right? So those are the hidden things in that. Then after that, Matangi represents the Saraswati or the Susho. Like Saraswati Nadi is something that is just before the Sushumna Nadi. And Saraswati Nadi is the divine melody that runs through all the creation, means the rhythm, the sound that is moving in entire creation is of the Saraswati Nadi. And then finally, goddess Kamala represents the Shushumna Nadi, the supreme channel of the Kundalini and the divine prosperity. So जब ये सारे चीजें हमको पता चलती हैं, we come to know like, okay, so it creates a kind of thought-provoking things within us. That मैं खाली बोलता था. I used to say that I am connected. I used to say that I am related. I used to say that I want the Devi to walk along with me. But when you have this simple knowledge, you come to know that the goddess is already walking with you. It's not that waiting, it's not that holding back. No. As it said, no, the mother appears before the child appears. उसी तरीके से हमारे प्रकट होने से पहले भी वही थी, और हम शायद ये शरीर छूटने के बाद भी वो रह जाएगी. और the only thing that I believe is when the body falls, let's merge completely into them so that never to return back. And then we comes to the, हमने जैसे बताया कि 4 तरीके के मेन विद्याएं हो सकती हैं जो आप सीख सकते हो. वो है पराविद्या, that is spiritual knowledge. Then the tantric vidya, that's the tantra knowledge. Then you can learn the apara vidya, that is this practical worldly knowledge. And there is one mystical knowledge that we cannot share here, जो परात्परा होता है, means beyond the para. It is there is a knowledge that might be coming to you in the later part of when you move towards further ascension in your sadhanas. And then when we look at the goddesses, if you look at the goddesses, have you the just a second, are you still able to hear me? Is the voice same? Because I got a message like, okay, just a second, let me reconnect. Okay. So now still the voice is there? Okay, good. So when we look at the Navadurgas and the Dasa Mahavidyas, do you see a very typical difference in them? The Navadurgas look like so simple, happy and all those things, representing just the, जैसे हमने नवरात्र के समय में बात किया था कि दे रिप्रेजेंट ऑल द डिफरेंट फेजेस ऑफ लाइफ. जैसे एक छोटी सी बच्ची है, देन शी गोज टू स्टडी, देन शी गेट्स रेडी फॉर मैरिज, देन आफ्टर दैट शी गिव्स बर्थ, देन शी प्रोटेक्ट्स, देन शी fights for that, then she slays all the things, and finally she becomes somebody so filled with wisdom that she is ready to pass on all the siddhis again to the next generation, right? So similarly, उन देवियों को देखोगे तो बड़ी शांत दिखती है. नवदुर्गाओं को देखोगे, they look very simple, quiet and silent. But when you look at this Dasa Mahavidyas, they look quite opposite to that. इसमें जितने भी काली कुल के देवियां हैं, वो सब भयंकर रूप धारण करती हैं. Especially when you look at Kali, when you look at Tara, when you look at Dhumavati, When you look at Bagalamukhi, these look like ferocious, but in the same time you have Tripur Sundari, in the same time you have Bhuvaneshwari. So Kali Kul और लक्ष्मी कुल, ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन 10 महाविद्याओं में आपको दिखेगा। लेकिन जो नव दुर्गाएं हैं उसमें बिल्कुल मां के प्रकोप रूप भी हैं, बट दे स्टिल लुक हैप्पी। देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू, यस और नो? बट व्हाई डू दिस 10 महाविद्यास लुक दिस वे? उन्होंने ऐसा रूप क्यों धारण किया हुआ है? व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन? द रीजन इज द काइंड ऑफ थिंग यू डील is the kind of instrument you need. वो कहते हैं ना कि कृष्ण को देखो हमेशा पैर टेढ़े करके खड़ा रहता है, his leg। आपने कभी कृष्ण को सीधा खड़े हुए नहीं देखोगे। अगर सीधा खड़ा है ना, वो कृष्ण नहीं, वो राम होगा। बिकॉज राम स्टैंड स्टिल स्ट्रेट, कृष्ण हमेशा फोल्ड करके खड़ा रहेगा। व्हाट इज द रीजन? some time ago I have answered this. Some kid asked me like, why Krishna is always standing like this? I said he's a master of that. What is the master of that? मैं बोला कि देख, अगर if you are cooking, go and ask your mom, she would give you a better answer. What answer should I ask for? He said, when your mom actually just is trying to rotate a roti, a bread, she uses a chimta. That is very simple, straight. इसको ऐसे उल्टा दो, काम हो जाएगा। राम सीधे काम के लिए सही है, कृष्ण सारे टेढ़े काम के लिए है, इसलिए उसका पैर भी टेढ़ा करके खड़ा रहता है। नाउ you say, why have you seen like when in our houses there used to be, for the bigger pots we used to have a different kind of chimta that is crossed. I don't know, like you call a particular thing in English also, एक word है ना उसके लिए, वो टेढ़ा है। मतलब बड़े चीजों को उठाने के लिए टेढ़े चाहिए। So that's how Krishna, when you look at him, he always stands in that way. ये बोलता है जितने बड़े बड़े काम है मेरे पास आ जाओ। और सोचो, in this world if Ram comes, राम उसको बेच के खा लेंगे। लोग ऐसे हैं, दे विल सेल हिम एंड ईट इट अप। लेकिन कृष्ण आएगा ना, वो बेच देगा फिर से। दैट्स व्हाट वी कॉल ऑफ, लाइक दैट्स हाउ दैट ब्यूटी ऑफ बोथ राम एंड कृष्ण इज। राम इज वेरी सिंपल, कृष्ण इज ऑल, ही सेज लाइक मैं ही हूं, आई एम दैट। सो उसी तरीके से जैसे मैंने कहा कि जैसा कार्य वैसा इंस्ट्रूमेंट, the kind of work that you do, the kind of instrument you need. So उसी तरीके से मैं अभी ये बताने वाला हूं कि ये देवियां क्या क्या करती है आपके लिए, like why their form is in that ferocious way और in that सौम्य स्वरूप में क्यों है और उग्र स्वरूप में क्यों है। अब देखो, if you have to cut down on the toughest thing that you have, which you call as your ego, कोई आके बोलेगा प्यार से कि लाइक ओके ईगो छोड़ दो, आप बोले हाँ छोड़ दिया, then they ask where, अभी तो छोड़ दिया, एंड द वेरी नेक्स्ट मोमेंट, अरे तो मैं ये लेके जाता, ए ये मेरा है, कहाँ लेके जाते हो? सो द वेरी नेक्स्ट मोमेंट यू कम अगेन इनटू द ग्रास्प ऑफ दैट। तो इसीलिए इसको अगर काटना है, आपके ईगो को अगर काटना है तो प्यार से नहीं होगा। अगर आपने देखा होगा काली के स्वरूप में, जैसे मैंने कहा था कि शी इज होल्डिंग अ सेवर्ड हेड, व्हाट इज दैट इंडिकेशन? दैट इंडिकेशन इज नथिंग एल्स बट शी इज कटिंग डाउन ऑन द ईगो। इसीलिए हम जब काली को देखते हैं उसका स्वरूप ऐसा दिखता है हमको। सो काली, शी रिप्रेजेंट्स द destruction of ignorance and ego and the power of time. That's why she is holding that head in her hand. Then Tara symbolizes all compassion, protection and guidance. अगर आप देवी तारा को देखोगे, if you look at her, she is absolutely filled with motherly figure who can take care of everything. इसीलिए उसे तारा कहते हैं, जो तार दे आपको, मीन्स दैट कैन टेक यू बियॉन्ड ऑल दिस थिंग्स। देन काली हो गई, तारा हो गए, उसके बाद आई त्रिपुर सुंदरी षोडशी, हु एम्बॉडीज ब्यूटी, ब्लिस एंड द यूनिटी ऑफ द क्रिएशन। इसलिए वो सुंदरता है। Then comes Bhubaneshwari. She represents the manifest universe and awareness of this universe. वो रचना करने की से वो भुवनेश्वरी मतलब सारे भुवनों की जो ईश्वरी है वो भुवनेश्वरी है. Then comes Bhairavi. She symbolizes the fierce transformation of dissolution. इसलिए भैरवी थोड़ी तीव्र दिखती है. But here the next one that comes is Chinnamasta. You see, like she had cut her own head and holding it on your hand and again drinking it from that. Chinnamasta represents self-sacrifice and at the same time transcendence beyond the duality. Dhumavati jo hai, she represents and embodies the void, solitude and the wisdom of disillusionment. मतलब जो अंधकार से परे ले जाए वो देवी है. Then Bagalamukhi symbolizes the power to control and neutralize negative forces. आपने देखा होगा Bagalamukhi is sitting and she is holding the tongue of a demon. So she, what is called as, she neutralizes the negative forces. Matangi represents the power of speech, knowledge and arts. That's why she's sitting completely in a meditative posture. Then comes Kamala, who embodies prosperity, abundance and spiritual fulfillment. So इस तरीके से देवियों का अलग अलग स्वरूप, अलग अलग ज्ञान और अलग अलग कार्य रहता है देवियों का. And that's how we come to know about the qualities of these devis. I could talk a lot more about this, but I think like I have to change the gears now. And changing the gears means अगर आपको ये बेसिक नॉलेज आ गया है, इसके ऊपर बहुत सारे चीजें हैं. Might be some other day you can ask me or I take another session where I will talk elaborately because I only gave you the basics of that. उसके पीछे बहुत सारे रहस्यमय चीजें हैं. But now जितना आया है उतना ही. Now you have to change the gears when I said now we will look into the Lokas of the Devis. इसे पहले सुन लो. You hear that what they represent. After that, we will close our eyes and then dive into the Lokas of the Devis. Even when now you are hearing what I am going to speak, I want you to close your eyes and hear it. Because even while telling, I will give you a momentary experience of that, a momentary realization of that part. Then we will completely dive into that space. तो क्या होगा, ये छोटे छोटे चीजें जो मैं बताते जाऊंगा ये आपकी तैयारी हो जाएगी. So that when we dive completely into the meditative state, you actually experience those things in you. Okay? So एक अच्छा स्थान ढूंढ लो जहां पे कोई आपको डिस्टर्ब ना करे. No disturbances. You can sit quietly, relaxed, comfortably. Okay? So tell me when you are ready so that I can start off. So you can drink water. You can, if you want to switch off the light, you can switch off the light or dim the light, whichever way is easy for you to go into the meditative and a transcendental state. So I think like people, those who are on the screen, I can see them, they are getting ready. And the people, those who are in the God mode, I believe they are ready. Yeah. So at times I look at the screen and I feel like this is duality. कुछ प्रगट है, कुछ प्रगट नहीं है. Some are seen, some are not seen. So anyways, so let me begin the Lokas of the Devi. Please keep your eyes closed and the breathing should be very normal. There is no need to take deep breaths or fast breaths. जैसे भी आपकी सांसें चल रही है, as your breath is going on and coming in, just let it happen. The balance will happen on its own. जैसे जैसे हम we enter into the deepest levels of this, anyways you will have a experience of balanced breathing. So keep your eyes closed softly. There is no need to fight with that also. Just bilkul aram, and your body should be completely relaxed. The only thing that you have to make sure is you don't sleep off. So let's begin the journey into the Lokas of the Dasa Mahavidyas. It's like going on a journey beyond the cosmos. Beyond the veils of ordinary perception, hidden within the infinite layers of existence, there lies the Lokas of the Dasa Mahavidyas, the 10 realms of transcendental wisdom, each pulsating with different frequency of the cosmos. These are not just places in some distant celestial sphere, but dimensions within the human consciousness itself. Each Mahavidya holds dominion over a loka, the realm that governs both the macrocosm, that is the Brahmanda, and the microcosm, that is the Pindanda. For what lies outside is but a reflection what exists within. Look at it in this way, or just experience this in this way. If you are a being and who is looking outside towards the world, it is said that the world would be a projection of yours, because when you close your eyes, you don't see the world. Similarly, because of your presence, when you open your eyes, you are able to see certain things. The projection is outward. What if the world is the eyes of the goddess and you are the projection of that? जैसे आपके देखने से संसार प्रकट होता है, क्या यह हो सकता है कि देवी के दृश्यमान होने में, मीन्स व्हेन शी ओपन्स हर आईज, यू अपीयर. So connect at that level, that when you look within yourself, it's like the goddess looking towards you. Let us start our journey. Let us embark on this mystical journey of revealing and slowly unrevealing the locus of the goddess Kali. In the heart of darkness, Kali reveals the light of eternity. She is the end that births a new beginning. The loka that goddess Kali reveals, leads or lives in, is known as the Smashana Loka, the realm of eternal time and transformation. This loka is a space where past, present, and future dissolve into one timeless existence. This loka exists beyond birth and death, a terrifying yet liberating void where time ceases to hold power. It is the cremation ground of all identities. It's not just the cremation ground of bodies, but it is the cremation ground of all identities, where the false self is burned away. This realm is of total dissolution, where your ego, attachments, and illusions, they all get cremated. It is just like the gateway to the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the state of beyond thought. And when we look at this cosmic dance that is happening, the dance of destruction and creation, Kali is both the beginning and the end. And if you witness Goddess Kali, it is like witnessing the naked truth of existence. She is related to our primal force of existence, the seat of Kundalini, the Mooladhara Chakra. Now, when your eyes are closed, now I want you to envision, I want you to imagine or see through your mind's eye a vast cremation ground. एक ऐसी जगह जहां पे चिताएं जलती हैं, a space where dead bodies are burned. But this cremation ground is not a place where humans are being burnt. Here, look as if all your thoughts that are distracting you, all the thoughts that is taking you away from your spirituality, all the thoughts that are diverting you are all getting burnt in that fire of that cremation ground into nothingness. And now, in order to help you achieve that state where all your thoughts get burnt into that fire of the cremation ground there, I want you to chant a mantra. And the mantra is the Bija mantra, which would be cream. That is Kreem. Cream. Now you can chant this Mula mantra for some time so that you get the absolute connectivity with the goddess and the unwanted thoughts get burnt in that fire. You can chant it loudly, you can chant it within yourself. And as you know, chanting within creates a better impact. So at least keep a count of 21 and chant the mantra Cream. 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 Now observe that energy. When we move on to the Loka and hear about goddess Tara. Goddess Tara, she is the goddess, and the Loka that she is known as the Surya Loka. Goddess Tara's whisper is the melody of compassion, a song that soothes even the most shattered souls. So when you are devastated, when you are deviated, when you are not able to sit silently, pray her, and may that whisper of melody of compassion from the goddess soothe you. So the goddess is related to the solar realm of primordial sound and liberation, which is also called as the Surya Loka. Goddess Tara is someone, is like she who speaks the first sound of creation, the echo of cosmic truth. Now I want you to imagine how the Surya Loka could be. The golden realm of sun, where sounds vibrate before taking form. Tara is the womb of the Pranava or Omkara, the Sabda Brahman. She is the sound before sound. Tara teaches the mastery of sound, mantra, and cosmic frequencies. And those who get connected with her tune, with her frequency, can hear the Nada Brahma, the cosmic hum that binds the universe. And now visualize a radiant blue ocean of light. And then, vibrating with the cosmic sound of Om, feel Tara's presence as the guiding force of sound that liberates. Now you will chant the mantra Treem, that is T for Tom, REEM, Treem. Now you can chant for 21 times. Treem, 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 Now we talk about goddess Tripura Sundari. In the eyes of Tripura Sundari, even the ordinary becomes divine, for she sees the beauty in all things. Goddess Tripura Sundari is associated Loka is Chandra Loka, the lunar realm of beauty and supreme bliss. It is a space where beauty is not seen but felt, where love itself takes form. You can imagine it in this way. The silvery white realm of the moon, and this is the space where the nectar or amrita flows endlessly. Here, creation and attraction are born, making it the realm of divine love and performance. And now, this is also a kind of a realm that represents perfection. But Goddess Tripur Sundari reveals the bliss of our true nature. Her realm is where the soul tastes the Somarasa, the intoxicating bliss of divine realization. And now Goddess is attached to the third eye, the Agna Chakra, the seat of higher perception and divine vision. Now I want you to visualize a luminous full moon, a huge full moon. And when you are able to see the luminous full moon, see as if it is showering you with soft rays of the nectar of peace, silence. Now you can chant the mantra Hreem, H for hockey, REEM, Hreem. Now keep on chanting the mantra Hreem, 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 Hreem. Next comes goddess Bhuvaneshwari. Bhuvaneshwari's weaves the stars, the earth, and your very soul into the tapestry of existence. The description or rather, she can soul be as she is the space that holds the universe within her womb. Now you can imagine the endless expanse where galaxies float like dust. This is the realm of boundless possibilities, where nothing and everything exists simultaneously. She is the mother of all existence, the matrix within which universes are born and dissolved. The entire cosmos breathes in her rhythm, spreading higher level of consciousness. She helps us open the Sahasrara Chakra, and you can chant this mantra, and the mantra goes like this. Hreem Hreem Bhuvaneshwaryai Namaha. And as you chant this mantra, imagine yourself floating in an infinite cosmos. Now, when you are seeing the infinite cosmos in front of you, and it is happening because of the goddess's grace, chant the mantra Hreem Hreem Bhuvaneshwaryai Namah. Just chant this for some time. Hreem Hreem Bhuvaneshwaryai Namah. 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 And when you are chanting, experience as if you are expanding beyond the form and the limitations of the body. Hrim, Hrim, Bhuvaneshwaryai Namah. Hrim, Hrim, Bhuvaneshwaryai Namah. Now we move on to the next goddess, goddess Bhairavi. Bhairavi is the fire that consumes all that you are not, so you can become all that you are meant to be. She lives in the Loka known as the Agni Loka, the realm of inner fire and transformation. The fire that burns ignorance and leads us into wisdom. The blazing realm of fire where the impurities of the soul are incinerated or removed. She represents the inner tapas, the heat, the willpower to burn through limitations. Solar plexus or the Manipura chakra. She is the one who is sitting at the Manipura chakra. Now feel an inner fire growing in your navel. And now feel an inner fire growing in your navel point, and you chant Hrim Bhairaviye Swaha and visualize this flame illuminating your entire being, burning away all the fear and doubt. Hrim Bhairaviye Swaha. Hrim Bhairavi Swaha. Hrim Bhairaviye Swaha. Hrim Bhairaviye Swaha. Hrim Bhairaviye Swaha. After Goddess Bhairavi, that has illuminated our entire being, burning away our fear and doubt, we move on to Goddess Chinnamasta. And the Loka that she is in is known as the Vajra Loka. Chinnamasta's blade cuts through illusion, revealing the light of pure consciousness. Chinnamasta, she who beheads herself to reveal the ultimate truth. Now imagine a space which is filled with energy like electric energy, where the mind is kept away from all illusions in an instant. Goddess teaches us that ego must be sacrificed for wisdom. Her lightning force can cause instant enlightenment. And that is why she represents the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Imagine like a lightning striking on the top of your head. While you chant this mantra, you feel as if something is hitting on your head. There is something like a thunder and lightning. Here you have to chant the mantra Hrim Bajrai Namah. Hrim Bajrai Namah. Hrim Bajrai Namah. So now continue to chant for some time. Hrim Bajrayani Namah. Hrim Bajrayai Namah. Hrim Bajrayai Namah. Hrim Bajrai Namah. And when you are chanting, allow this flash of wisdom get inside your soul and body. Now we move on to Devi Dhumavati. In Dhumavati's void, even silence speaks, for it is here that the soul finds its true voice. And the Loka that Dhumavati resides is the Pitra Loka, the realm of the departed and the void of completion. She who exists beyond the creation and destruction, the embodiment of the great void. The realm that Devi lives in is like a realm which is filled with smoke, that is thick smoke, where dissolution has taken place and only ashes remain. It is the domain of ancestral wisdom, silence, and reputation, and renunciation. Dhumavati is the crone, the wisdom that comes after loss. She is the void, the great stillness where the soul contemplates its past and prepares for the next phase. And now just dive into deeper into your meditation, where you can get access to the Pitraloka or the ancestral guidance. The third eye is the space of the goddess. So now you can imagine or visualize a smoky gray realm where everything has dissolved. You just chant this mantra for 5 times. Dum dum dumavate swaha. Dum dum dumavate swaha. Dum dum dumavati swaha. Dum dum dumavati swaha. Dum dum dumavati swaha. Dum dum dumavate swaha. Dum dum dumavate swaha. Now comes goddess Bagalamukhi. Bagalamukhi's gaze freezes time, जो समय को रोक ले. For in stillness lies the power to conquer all. निशब्दता में ही सब सर्वशक्ति available है. And the loka that she resides is called as the Stambhana Loka, the realm of paralyzing power and absolute control. It's like a golden forest in the void, where all movement has stopped. And this is the realm where enemies are silenced, obstacles are frozen, and time itself stands still. And as we all know, Bagalamukhi is the power to stop negativity, self-doubt, and mental dominion. and external threats. She is the wielder of divine command. She is related to the solar plexus. Now you can imagine or envision yourself in a golden palace where time stands still. And while being there, you can chant the mantra Hleem, 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 Bagalamukhi, Swaha. 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 Keep on chanting this mantra for some more time. Then comes goddess Matangi. Matangi's song is the melody of the cosmos, a symphony that awakens the soul. Mantra Loka. Goddess lives in the Loka known as the Mantra Loka, the realm of mystic sound and divine intellect. It's just like a celestial kingdom where divine music and mantras vibrate eternally. Here, every sound is a source of power, shaping reality itself. Matangi is the master of tantric knowledge, speech, and inner intuition. She reveals that words hold immense creativity and destructive power. Those who master Matangi's Loka can manifest desires instantly by aligning their thoughts and words. Goddess Matangi is related to the chakra, which is the Vishuddha chakra, the power of secret speech. Now you can imagine an infinite library of glowing scrolls. And her mantra that we can chant is Aim Hreem Matange Nama. Aim Hreem Matange Nama. Aim Hreem Matange Nama. Aim Hreem Matange Nama. Aim Hrim Matange Namah. Aim Hrim Matange Namah. Aim Hrim Matange Namah. And now, when you are chanting this mantra, we will move to the final Devi, Devi Kamala. Kamala's lotus blooms in the mud of existence, providing that even in darkness, there is a beauty and abundance. She lives in the Loka, which is known as the Vaikuntha, the realm of divine prosperity and ultimate fulfillment. And in the Vaikuntha Loka, she is the one who grants not just wealth but the fulfillment of the soul's highest desires. And you can imagine it as a golden lotus realm where abundance is flowing endlessly and divine bliss is experienced. And the divine bliss of the goddess should be felt. Because this is the goddess Lakshmi's highest form, which is known as Kamala. Now, when you are thinking of goddess, think her as if she is seated in your heart chakra. That is the Anahata chakra. And now you can chant the mantra. Shrim Kamalai Namah. 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 Chant the mantra for some more time. Completely absorbed into the mantras as well as the lokas of the goddess. Now finally, We will end this jap along with the jap of Goddess Saraswati as Aim. 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 Everything absolutely calm, quiet, relaxed. So take some time to absorb this energy into you. Now take a deep breath. Slowly exhale. One more deep breath. Slowly exhale. Final time. A deeper breath. And exhale. Now you can open your eyes. With this basic and simple way, you could have come to a realization that neither the Vidyas of the goddesses, neither the realms of the goddesses are separate from you. So, in some way or other, everything is connected. And as I said, this is a very basic way of connecting to the goddesses. But someday I will talk about the goddesses from a form of Tantra. And that would be something else. And let it come when it comes. But for now, may you feel that every movement of your body, every action that happens, may you experience the divine moving in you, walking through you, speaking through you, talking through you, listening through you, feeling through you, expressing through you. So may you experience all that while remembering with a grateful heart that it is all her energy that is flowing through me. With this, I will bring a halt to this topic for here. And may the grace of the goddess always be there on you and your family. May you continue your sadhana, and may the grace always be there on you. With this, I close this session for here until we meet on Wednesday again. Aham Brahmasmi. And yes, your kids can chant the mantra Aim for Saraswati Devi. So that would be great for them. And if you are still a kid, you can chant as well. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Jai Ma Adi Shakti. Radhe Radhe. Thank you so much. Hari Bhai, please take over.
जय हो शंकरा आदिदेव शंकरा